At 5:30 tonight, CNN has obtained a new video showing a different angle of the encounter leading up to that deadly shooting of Renee Good in Minneapolis.
We're going to play that video for you in full, and we have to warn you, this video gives you a raw, up-close perspective. It may be disturbing to some viewers.
Yeah, so the video includes interactions between Good, an ICE agent, and Good's wife, Becca Good. The video comes from the ICE agent's cell phone. Look at this.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
Show your face. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former veteran, disabled veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!
It is so hard to watch these videos, especially when you know what the outcome is on the other side. Dr. Alex del Carmen is joining us to bring some context to what we are seeing here. And of course, Dr. del Carmen is considered an authority on police practices. He's helped train officers across the country. Dr. del Carmen, I know it's a busy time for you, so we thank you for spending some time with us.
Thanks for having me.
So we've all watched this new video. Some people are just seeing it for the first time. What stands out to you?
Well, I mean, it obviously gives us a different perspective, right, from the agent's perspective, right, or viewpoint. And what it does show is that there was some dialogue that took place between the now deceased person and the other agents that were nearby. It also shows you that the agent placed himself in front of the vehicle at a time when this individual began to pull away from the spot where she had been parked.
And so what does that tell us?
Yeah.
Well, it tells us, I think, that some people are going to say, those that believe that this is all based on self-defense claim, they're going to believe that this video substantiates that claim because the vehicle rather came towards the agent. But there are those that believe that the agent had plenty of time to get out of the way and simply not engage in lethal force. And so I think what it does is it strengthens both arguments, right, depending on the perspective that people will follow.
Yeah, so with that said, how do you teach officers to respond in these types of situations?
It's incredibly hard, right? What I can tell you is that regardless of the outcome legally from the investigation that is taking place right now on this particular incident, what is clear to me is that this particular agent engaged in the type of tactical exercise that we would never allow for an agent to behave that way, right, in a real life scenario. And what I mean by that is you don't take a shot at a moving vehicle when you have other agents and innocent bystanders around. That bullet could have gone anywhere. Yeah, and so I do think that that's a very difficult thing to teach, but it's something that has to be taught.
Now, we noticed that this video is coming from the agent's cell phone. Is that normal for an agent to take out their phone and start recording interactions themselves?
It seems to be normal for ICE agents these days, but typically federal agents that would be in a tactical situation, some of them would be allowed to wear a body camera, which in fact would capture pretty much a 360 perspective on what just happened now, right? But it seems to me like what's been happening is that some of these agents are taking out their cell phones. I would be interested in knowing whether that's an agency issued cell phone or their own personal cell phones, and why it is that they would be allowed to have a personal cell phone at the scene. But it seems like they're using a cell phone device, which is almost like a third party, to record the interactions with the individuals in the community.
Perhaps as a counter to what they see other people taping at the time as well. Who knows? We've heard some concerns that the ICE agents deployed in places like Minneapolis and Portland don't have the kind of training needed to work in these environments. You've done this kind of training around the nation. Can you give us some context on what that training entails?
Look, police officers and agents at large that are going to be dealing with a topic such as immigration in this case are going to be trained to ensure that whoever is trying to instigate them, whoever is trying to provoke them with verbal attacks, with comments, insults, that the agents or the officers are going to remain calm at all times. They're going to remain professional at all times, and they're going to follow tactical procedures that are in place and have been in place for years for a reason. And so it's a very difficult job, right, for these agents to be able to be in harm's way, have to worry about the mission that they're trying to accomplish, and at the same time their own safety. Having said that, there are protocols and very specific rules and very specific, general orders that we have in place for them to follow. And what is really difficult to watch in this video for me personally is when you watch that, and you ask yourself, what are the 1,000 other ways that this could have been dealt with? And how come those more serene minds were not present at the scene at that particular time?
Yeah, you see that there's a driver's license, there's all these things you could use to potentially follow up.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of good points there. Dr. Alex del Carmen, criminologist and law enforcement expert. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for helping us make sense of what we're seeing play out there in Minneapolis.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.
Thank you. All